What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package, and infrastructure update and daily news report for Monday, August 23rd. So we actually have some breaking news that just came out this morning. And here it is. The FDA has fully approved the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Now, why is this important? This is important because this helps us move forward. This is breaking news because not only does it help us move forward, not only does it allow more people to go and get the vaccine that we're pretty much just holding up and waiting for full approval, and I completely understand that. But here's where some experts say it's going to help us move forward. This will allow lawmakers to decide what government assistance programs they actually extend and continue. Some say that we don't need as much assistance if we have this vaccine readily available. It has been available, however, it has not received full FDA approval until this morning. So things could change. According to experts, they say, however, with less government programs, some will need one more stimulus check just to survive. So here's where things get very interesting. More talks of stimulus are starting to happen. We knew this before the full FDA approval. We expected this. However, some are now saying it is going to happen. I'm going to wait and see, if lawmakers really propose more stimulus checks. At this time, the fourth stimulus check is still up in the air. Many people want to see it. Many people expect it's going to happen. However, until it actually passes the Senate and the House, and gets signed into law by President Biden, it's still up in the air. In my eyes, it is still up in the air. It's good news, but it's still up in the air. So here's where things get even more interesting. Any stimulus check, any additional assistance programs, the expansion of Medicare, extending the child tax credit payments, including 2 free years of community college, all those things are kind of tied up at this point. Here's the reason why. This week, and actually over the past couple of weeks, but mainly this week, Nancy Pelosi and a group of 9 centrist Democrats from the House of Representatives, they're going to battle it out over who gets their way. The group of 9 centrist Democrats, they want to see the $1.2 trillion bipartisan bill get voted on and passed first, before the $3.5 trillion budget resolution bill is even considered. Now, here's where things are somewhat interesting. Right now, this group of 9 centrist Democrats, they're pushing back against progressives because progressives are trying to make it so that the rich, the wealthy, are paying for that $3.5 trillion bill. Well, one of the things that the 9 centrist Democrats wanted, and they sided with Republicans on this, and is that they were pushing to get the SALT tax back in that last bill, in the American Rescue Plan, the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. So right now, these Democrats are really siding with Republicans on what they want. They want to provide a tax to wealthier individuals. And this is mainly coming from New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Right? These are the kind of the states that have seen the most loss because of this SALT tax cut under former President Donald Trump. So, what I can tell you right now is that Nancy Pelosi, she's siding with progressives, and she wants to see that right now, the $1.2 trillion bipartisan bill, it get passed, but it should not be passed before more assistance to the American people. And that's what's in the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill, that budget resolution. And again, that bill hasn't actually been written yet. We are just voting on the idea to create and pass a bill. So again, it's just a procedural vote, but it's a very important vote. This group of 9 centrist Democrats, they wrote a letter to the Washington Post yesterday, and it says, and I quote, "The challenge we face right now is that there is a standoff with some of our colleagues who have decided to hold the infrastructure bill hostage for months or kill it altogether if they don't get what they want in the next bill, a largely undefined $3.5 trillion reconciliation package. While we have concerns over the level of spending and potential revenue raisers, we are open to immediate consideration of that package. Well, this is where things are starting to, we're starting to get more information. They're starting to trickle in. They are open to immediate consideration of the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. However, they have concerns over the level of spending. So, the size of that $3.5 trillion bill, Nancy Pelosi stated over the weekend that $3.5 trillion was a top line number. So it means they can only come down from there. Well, this could be one of the reasons why. Try to get centrist Democrats on board. But they say they're also concerned about potential revenue raisers. Well, what could a potential revenue raiser be? Well, if the SALT tax deductions are not included, that could be one. If we see the rich, large corporations are charged a little bit more in income taxes, right? Then yes, that's a revenue raiser. If we see that the IRS gets so much funding, $40 to $80 billion of additional funding, that too can raise more revenue. But it might not be the rich and wealthy that have to pay that. It would be more the lower and middle class, middle income earners. And so we'll see what happens there. But right now, Nancy Pelosi and President Biden, we will see what they want to do. We will see what they want to do over the next couple of days. We know that even though this group says they will be open to an immediate consideration of the bill, this is also expected to be a lie, according to multiple experts. One thing I can tell you, if the $3.5 trillion bill doesn't pass, not even the bill, the $3.5 trillion budget resolution doesn't pass the House, it means we're not going to see the details of the $3.5 trillion bill. You just won't see it. It's not going to happen. But that's where a potential stimulus check would be. That's where the earned income tax credit possible increase will be. That's where we could potentially see that adult tax credit. So people that are just adults, no children. That's where we could also see the extension of that child tax credit payment. That $3,600 per year, $300 per month for a child between 0 and 5. So without the $3.5 trillion bill, there's nothing in the $1.2 trillion bill for the American people. Yes, it's going to go to roads and bridges and infrastructure. That's great. It's going to help out with more jobs. But what some are saying, what progressives say, this is just another way to provide for Wall Street, not to the American people, to Wall Street. So, if the $1.2 trillion bill passes and not the $3.5 trillion bill, some experts say, invest. Invest, 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 because yes, Wall Street is going to see a huge win. Here's something else we're hearing. That right now, teachers are about to receive up to $1,000 in new checks. This is, according to some, they're calling it a stimulus check. Most states are calling this a thank you payment. Some are calling it just hazard pay or back pay, and just pretty much a thank you for working through the pandemic, teaching our youth, helping children, helping parents get back to work. Because without schools and without school or teachers watching their children, the parents couldn't go back to work. The parents would have to stay there and help educate their kids. Well, just in Florida, about 170,000 teachers are about to receive a $1,000 check in the next couple of weeks. These checks are going to come out the first week of school. These are supposed to be thank you payments. In California, they're going to receive a thank you payment as well. However, it's going to come in the form of a 3.5% bonus to all teachers. So, not an immediate $1,000, just a bonus 3.5%, which is a very substantial amount when you add it up throughout the year. In Georgia, they're also going to be sending out $1,000 checks to teachers and all staff. This also includes $1,000 checks to bus drivers. Now, some people complain. There's many people online that were saying that bus drivers are not educators. However, without the bus drivers getting the kids to school and from school, They might not be there. Educators might not have the ability to teach because there wouldn't be any kids there, because their parents would be at work, their parents would be busy, they couldn't take them to school. So bus drivers are being seen as very important people as well, and essential to the education system. And let me know if any of you guys are teachers. Are you receiving anything? Have you heard from your state or your school district about a possible thank you payment? Let me know down in the comment section below. Here's some other big news out today. This is not great news. The US is now averaging more than 1,000 deaths per day. Just a short while ago, we were about 200. That was our average. 200 deaths per day. But due to the recent surge in COVID cases and new hospitalizations, this is why deaths are increasing as well. We understand how to combat COVID. We understand what to do now after over a year being in this pandemic. However, according to some hospitals, many people are not taking it seriously. There are still many people that go into stores without wearing a mask. There are still many people that don't want to get the vaccine. And some say that as soon as the FDA approval goes through for the Pfizer vaccine, hopefully the vaccination rate will increase. Well, the FDA, they granted full approval for the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine this morning. So if that's the case, we're about to see it. Many companies, just to give you an idea, many companies are considering a vaccine mandate in order to continue to be employed by their company. Well, they wanted to wait. Many just wanted to wait until there was full FDA approval of a vaccine, and then they would mandate a vaccine for all employees. Well, we got that approval today, this morning. So we're going to see if companies are serious about this. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you support the idea that a company, a business, can mandate a vaccine to get a paycheck, to come into work? Or do you oppose this? Do you think this is a bad idea? Let me know down in the comment section below. We're also seeing new mask mandates. They're coming. Just to give you an idea, here in Washington State where I live, we will have to wear a mask if we go into stores. If we're out in the public, we will have to wear a mask. This was a new mandate, and it actually went into effect this morning. So, across the country, other states are seeing this exact same thing. We are going to be back into that mask mandate stage. Some states, Florida, Texas, they're pretty open. Okay, they're very open. You know, masks are not worn by every single person. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people went to Florida for vacation, because they wanted to get away from the mandates, mask mandates, vaccine requirements, whatever. And so, I just let me know your thoughts as well. Are you getting tired of these mandates, or are you just learning to live with them? You're getting accustomed to them. Let me know down in the comment section below. But that's what we know right now. Okay, the FDA full approval is going to change things. This could potentially mean that the government or certain states are going to mandate more vaccines. It's going to be a requirement. We could potentially see this. And again, some experts are saying that they anticipate this. They are anticipating this, and today is going to be that day where things kind of change. We see everything kind of fluctuate because now we have full FDA approval. But again, as we know more on the full FDA approval, as we know more regarding what states and even counties might be doing, I promise I will fill you in on that update as well. We're going to get more information on the stimulus package, this infrastructure bill, the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, and the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. As we get any more information there, I promise I will fill you in on that update as well. And regarding stimulus checks, we are hearing more chatter that things are in the works, but we will see exactly what this means. So as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you could and you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.